Hello there, everyone. It's me, Justin, your Eagle Skipper, here with the beginning of Season 7 here in Journey to the Top with Middlesbrough FC. And, well, today is our transfer special. So if you're excited for that, go ahead and leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, share, all those good things. You know what it is. But without further ado, let's get into our additions over the summer. We'll just hit here the transfers. Some teams are coming in for Mensa, and I'll let him go, but I need somebody to replace him. I made him that promise, and I haven't found anybody to replace him at the moment, so we'll have to wait for that to happen. But we are going to be starting with our ins. We brought in this guy, Niko Deveric, from Dynamo Zagreb. I mean, we needed to bring in somebody from Zagreb anyways, but he looked pretty good, and he was only, 5.5 million pounds, maybe going up to 6. And I mean, first touch 17, passing 16, vision, work rate over 16. He looks like ticks all of the boxes for a deep line playmaker. So we brought him in. The only thing that lets him down is his tackling, which, I mean, if he's on a support role, he won't do too much tackling anyways. But yeah, he just looked like a tidy little finish, already worth 19 million. We only brought him in for 5. So this guy looks like we could sell him on in the future if he doesn't pan out for us, because we brought in another deep line playmaker. This guy's less of a playmaker, more of a defender. Wants to be in defensive midfield, but though can do a good job in in regular midfield. Jean-Michel Montiel. I don't know how to say that, but he's French, a 21-year-old. Yeah, he just has a bit more potential, and he comes in from Saint-Etienne, from Ligue 1, and, well, he's played pretty well over there. He was their key player and their hot prospect, so we're good to bring him in for about 28 million pounds. Remember, we had about 50 to spend. Had to put a lot of that into the wage budget. We did let a bunch of people go, several on freeze. These guys right here, mostly youngsters, but we also let some more youngsters go for a little bit of money. But Muez Hassan went to Juventus for a few million pounds, more than we spent, about 3 million total. Yeah, he wasn't really going to get any playing time with us, so we just let him go. We also sold Callum Kavanagh. This one was really a rush deal. We needed to get some money to get the rest of our ins over the line, and Kavanagh went to Nottingham Forest. We also sold Hernan Lopez Munoz for 7 million pounds, so we made a tidy little profit after not playing him because he wasn't good enough. He went to Stuttgart in Germany. Best of luck to you. And we sold our captain, Ross McCrory. Man City came in for him, and he said, I'm going to take some convincing to stay here. So rather than doing anything, we just negotiated a little bit with Man City, let him go for 16 million pounds. He's been pretty good for us. 1 goal in his 66 league games for us since we were in the championship. And yeah, we just wish him the best of luck, but not too much luck against us. And then other players we brought in. We brought in Rok Vodisek, the Slovenian goalkeeper, just another backup. We needed a backup. We sent out several people on loans. And then we brought in Niall John in from Tottenham. We tried to sign Son. We had a contract agreed with him, but he went somewhere else. And now Harry Kane is on the transfer list. So if we can scrounge together 40 million pounds, we're going to bring him in too. But Niall John looks like he ticks a lot of boxes. Ironically, he's a box-to-box midfielder. So, I mean, he's a box-to-box player. And he does pretty well. So, yeah, already worth 21 million pounds. So even if we sell him on from now, we'll make a little profit. That's nice to see. But yeah, that brings us to our team. Oh, what am I talking about? I got a job interview offer from Atletico Bilbao and Juventus. I turned both of them down. Was really content to stay here because, I mean, Liverpool was also in on us, and I'd rather go to Liverpool than Juventus. But Middlesbrough decided that they were going to double my contract. So 44.5 thousand pounds a week, and we're staying in Middlesbrough. The biggest reason that I decided to stay, if you look at our facilities, we are still in Riverside Stadium, the 35,000 roughly all-seater stadium. But if we look right here, in 3 years, we're going to be moving to Middlesbrough Stadium, a planned 47,000 seater stadium. And, well, why would I want to leave if we're moving to a nearly 50,000 person stadium in just a few years' time? So that's good to see. That's good to see. Yeah, we'll just take a look at the team report so you can see what our depth chart looks like. Perez and Vodasek are our goalkeepers that we're going to be sticking with going into the season. Di Benedetto and Atasui are our defenders. Mensah and Pau can play cover. Really, Martinez and Sousa. Martinez generated at the club the very first season of the save. Looks like he used to have 5-star potential. He's been playing on loan for 4 years, and I mean he should do fine as a little backup for João Sousa, who still has some potential to fulfill. If we just take a look at Sousa, he looks like he could be a great player. The what is he? The Portuguese guy. Yeah, and then on the right, Zan Pavel has got his permit finally. And so we're going to be looking, I think he'll be our best right back at the end of the season. I think right now Rosas is still a bit better. I was comparing the two of them. And if we just do that real quick and highlight for wingback on attack. Highlight wingback on attack. They're very similar players. Pavel has the edge in some mental areas, is as good defensively, not as good in attack. Different kind of player when you look at physicals. They're both evenly matched at the moment. Rosas still gets the tip, but yeah. And if we look at our midfielders, Montiel and Svanberg and Petrovsky are our key players. Petrovsky has taken the captain's armband from Macquarie. Mayer is our best attacking midfielder, though Niall John can also play there, and Svanberg as well. Dreyer, Bolton, Budiev, Marola, all of them can play pretty much interchangeably in attack. As can a few other players cover in that spot. So yeah, today we're going to be facing Sheffield United, who, if I remember correctly, they've got this guy right here. If you look, last season scored 5 goals all season, started every game. Yeah, most of them were against us. So hopefully he doesn't be our bogey. They're playing a really interesting tactic. I'm not a big fan, but they beat us with it, so that's good on them. But yeah, we're going to be trying to beat Sheffield United. We are in the Euro Cup this year, and they want us to reach the first knockout round. Later on this month, we'll see who our group is, and I'll show you some of those games tomorrow. But for right now, let's just take a look at the team that we're putting out to face Sheffield United. Perez is in goal, back four of Sousa, Di Benedetto, Atasui, and Pavel. Svanberg and Montiel supporting Mayer, Dreyer, Marola, and Budiev leading the way. Let's go ahead and submit this team and try to get a result against Sheffield United. Yeah, I'm excited. I tried to bring in several squad players when the English teams let people go, but wasn't able to bring very many in. And yeah, I think the team is pretty good. We brought in several big money players to round out the team, and I think we've got a good squad. I mean, left back is our weakest link, though we've got some high potential players there at the moment. And yeah, I'm excited to see what happens as we get a highlight very early on. Di Benedetto narrowly misses from the corner, and yeah, we kicked the season off, season 7. And just going to take a quick sip from my Baby Yoda mug and hope that gives us some good luck. As we see the second highlight of the season, Sheffield keeper kicks it up. Sousa misses the header. Di Benedetto is closing down. Does nicely to get a tackle in, gets the ball pushed forward, finds Budiev, who makes one guy seem really embarrassed. Darren Dreyer makes one guy turn and then uses his right foot, and the world pauses for a moment as the keeper gets a hold of the ball. But their players look really nervous. So we gotta drop some encouragement on the team, push forward. What is their striker doing? Frustrated. Fantastic. We get them frustrated, that's when we can get our result. As Sousa is going to miss another header. Nope, but he gets it up, wants to find Dreyer, can't find Dreyer, and then he misses that header. And yeah, come on guys, close down. Get the ball back. Get the ball back. Sousa, don't put your hand up. Mark your man. As Darren Dreyer closes down himself. Di Benedetto gets the ball out. Mayer gets it to Svanberg to Montiel. The Frenchman gets it up to David Marola, who skips past one defender and is charging forward. Has some room, gives it up to Boudieff, and Sidali Boudieff can't quite get it past the keeper at the near post. But that was a wonderful find from Marola. Mayer gets it in, wants to toss away, can't direct it towards the goal, goes over. And yeah, I'm liking the chances that we're getting. I'm hoping that we can be a little bit more clinical as the season goes on. We didn't play too many games over the break, but we won, I think, all of them. I think we lost one. We lost against Sevilla, but, you know, that's fine. As we see a highlight with a starting with a Sheffield throw-in, and they're starting to turn into our bogey team. They really are. They barely survived last season. I mean, 3 points separated them from relegation. And, I mean, let's just show the league table right here behind me so you can see who's at the top. Yeah, let's no longer shoot on sight. Let's work the ball in the box. And our new guy just got injured. Wonderful. We'll bring on the other one so he can get injured. Oh, that's not what you like to see from your £25 million wonder kid. But this guy is a bit more of a playmaker, so hopefully he can do some playmaking. Let's demand more from the team. They're not playing well, and I demand more of them. And we're not going to get another highlight this half. I'm not going to throw the water bottle at them. I am going to tell them that I am disappointed. Get into the dressing room. Tell them that they know that wasn't good enough. Tell them that they weren't bad, but they can improve. Not happy with the midfield, and I'm not happy with the finishing from the strikers. So, yeah, get out there. They're frustrated. Get something going right now. Pavel is going to need to come off. Suffered a twisted knee. He's going to get off right now, get on Rosas. And, yeah, Marola probably needs to come off, though we'll give him a little bit of time to see what he does playing with Rosas instead of Pavel, as Svanberg gets it to Marola, who gives it back to Rosas, who is charging forward and wants to cut the ball into Major, finds Major, Major wants Dreyer, Dreyer scores his first goal of the season. That was a wonderful pass from Major. Wow. Let's watch that again. That was outstanding. Rosas gets it into Major as he realizes he can't quite put in a cross. Major, with his 18 crossing, finds Dreyer, who just skips it past the keeper and says, you know what, I'm not just going to let that hit the back of the net. I'm going to hammer it right at the end. Good to see, Darren. Good to see. We expect much more of that. The full England international. Wonderful. As, yeah, Marola probably does need to come off next. Who do we have that can come on instead? I'm not really liking any of our options to come on for Marola, so I think Marola will stay on the field. Maybe we'll take off Svanberg and give Niall John his debut for the last 20 minutes of this game. New guy in from Tottenham, the 23-year-old. He looks pretty good. He'll give us a chance. Coming in as a box-to-box midfielder, which is what he wants to play as we get a highlight throw in from Sousa. Sousa wants to find somebody. Darren Dreyer can't quite get on the end of it. Marola puts it in the back, but Dreyer is deemed to have pushed somebody. I mean, hopefully that at least gives a little bit of morale for Marola, who it's been a while since he's put the ball in the back of the net with some consistency. As Sousa gets it up to Niall John, the new man, up to Dreyer. Dreyer skips past a couple guys, puts in a shot, and very narrowly misses. let's drop some encouragement on the team. Hopefully they can continue pushing forward. They're looking good. We deserve to get a result from this match, as a couple guys get drawn out of position and they are charging up. Wants to get in a cross, can't quite. Di Benedetto too busy sticking his hands in the air, not realizing that he's just going to get nutmegged by the cross. Not even by the cross, by the assist. Went straight through him. My goodness. This guy right here, Di Benedetto. Yeah, we get a throw in from Rosas. Rosas gets it forward. Keeper's going to collect that one easily. And is going to want to get in a pass. We really need to do something. Really need to do something. Di Benedetto gets the ball up to Deverich. Finds David Marola. Marola doesn't charge forward until a little bit. Gives it back to Niall John. Finds Rosas out on the wing. Gets in a cross for Sidley Boudieff. Hits it straight at the keeper once again. I think we're going to fire up the team next. Or maybe demand more. I think we need to demand more. Boudieff has squandered a few chances. Yes, always press that guy. Should always be pressing everybody. But let's play a bit more direct, more expressive. Don't work the ball into the box, but don't shoot on sight either. Focus the play. Do some overlapping. Push forward, guys. Push forward. Demand more. Come on, guys. Let's not make it the third straight season in a row of us losing on the opening day. At least scratch something back. And we're not going to... I'm calling it Sheffield United is our bogey team. I'm going to tell them that I am far from pleased. I'm not gonna expect them to come into training. Really want to keep their fitness up, but that was pathetic. Pulled ankle ligaments for this guy. Zan Pavel, twisted knee. Number of things that could have gone better, but didn't. But yeah, let's see when tomorrow's episode is going to be. I'll probably come back for this Liverpool game. They have a new manager. Who is it? Stefano Pioli, formerly of AC Milan. That's a good pickup for them after Liverpool finished 7th after being 2nd for a number of years. So yeah, we're going to have that Liverpool game be tomorrow's episode. So if you enjoyed that, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment if you want to name a youth intake player, and subscribe to continue to join us on this journey to the top.